On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, you know what? I actually am having a hard time remembering what all we talked about because we ended the show like over an hour ago, and Kidder and I have been sitting here chatting, and I don't remember how. I know we talked about things that were ending. We talked about Las Vegas, so there's some stuff there. I tell some stories. He tells some stories. There's jokes. There's puns. We sink to an all-new level of punnery at the very end, and hey, it's all a good time. It's all good fun. I drink some interesting beer because that's what we do here on the Triple B, and we're glad you're here because you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, porpoises, enjoy time with friends.
The Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks, okay? Oh, come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that, it usually has a clever line that it inserts right here, but, like we've been talking for an hour and haven't been doing any drinking, so this is the best you get. I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, as always, with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
Howdy Blues, I am thirsty. That's how I'm doing. And had to do a lot of radio yesterday, more so than normal. And so I am extra thirsty. I'm not really extra bitter, though. Not even extra salty. Just here. It's another day we get to do in the show. Ready to go. Got this brand new Emissary Echo t-shirt. The guys in Emissary Echo gave this to me after their show in Fargo. Did you see me go live?
I saw you go live. I was a little bit behind, so I wasn't able to quickly type out a comment. Plus, I think I was wrangling kids, but I did at least have it on. I was listening.
All right. Thanks for joining.
Hey, I kind of had asked you to maybe there'd be a live thing from the show, and hey, you delivered, so I have to support, man.
All right.
That's
I know
how it
was
goes.
Only once, but there were some other things happening because Emissary Echo played 4 songs, and as they were playing their third song, a severe thunderstorm warning was issued for the Fargo area, which then starts making things a little bit more difficult. Additionally, there was a tornado warning on the Minnesota side, just east of Moorhead. Again, creating some issues. It wasn't fully coming toward the area, but lightning shut it down and went underneath the grandstands, and there wasn't really anything to look at because we're underneath concrete in the grandstands. Didn't even rain, thankfully. And then the greasy food from the restaurant where we ate was angry as well. And it was hot. But ran into Z. Z was there. Got to hang out with Z the rest of the night. So that was great. Everything cleared up. Emissary Echo was allowed to go get their stuff off the stage, get out of the way because Breaking Benjamin took over. And then that was a great show.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, Kidder,
what are you drinking? How are you doing?
I was just about to say, we've had almost an hour of chat before we started here. So I am parched. I am ready for a cold, refreshing beverage. So we should get to everybody's favorite segment. What's on tap? And you threw it to me. I'll hop in here. I have actually something from the Alaskan Brewery. It is a limited release. but it is their Grizz Coffee Brown Ale brewed with coffee. It is 6.5% alcohol by volume, brewed in Juneau, Alaska. So, hey, another Alaska beer for the old spreadsheet, and give this a try. I've never tried it. And, I've been having some coffee beers on the show, so we'll see how this one stacks up. Smells nice and dark, a little on the bitter side. That's actually pretty good. But I will make this stipulation. Yeah, that sounds right. If you like dark, bitter coffee, you will enjoy this. If you do not enjoy like a dark, bitter coffee, like my co-host, you would not enjoy it. It's not the thing. Kidder, I see you got some company coming in to help you with your What's on Tap segment.
Yes. Freya has joined joined the show. What? As you can see, pulled this one out of the fridge here. Think I've had it on the show, but it's an On the Rocks premium cocktail. And I think I may have smuggled this back from Iowa. An old-fashioned mix made with Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey and bitters at 70 proof, 35% alcohol by volume, and it's a 750 right here. Staying true to the original recipe, the old-fashioned is strong and simple, using a generous pour of Knob Creek Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, bitters, cane sugar, orange, and lemon flavors. Pour over ice and enjoy. Do not freeze. Shake before opening.
Some good shaking.
Thank you. I should always point it away from the guests,
I mean, that's some classy shaking, man.
Thank you.
Very classy.
Thank you. Knob Creek. On the Rocks. Or something. Right in the face.
His camera's a little low. We can't tell just what type of pour. Wow, that is that is definitely a Kidder pour if I've ever seen one.
I'm gonna get fucked up.
I mean,
sorry. My bad. Got a little heavy-handed there. Must have been that little surprise. Cheers, Howard. Don't have the orange to zest on the top, but there you go.
Kidder, I actually had an idea.
No.
couple weeks ago. Couple weeks ago, before I left for vacation, stopped at the liquor store to purchase my own adult beverages for the trip, because I could. And as I was standing in line to check out, I noticed, all of the little bottles of alcohol. And I noticed actually that they had a really fairly large selection of whiskey in all of them. And I had this idea, and we'll have to put it down and try to remember. But the next time that you and I can get together, we should pick up a bunch of these samples and do our own mini whiskey tasting and comparison, almost maybe do it blind. So pour them all out, try each one, give it a ranking, and then see where it ends up falling. Something like that. Just a thought.
Maybe.
Because my reason for thinking that is twofold. One, it'll be cheaper than us buying a bunch of large bottles of whiskey. And 2, if any of them are really bad, neither of us are stuck with a large bottle of whiskey. So that's just a thought, a general idea. Something for the future that we'll probably forget after we mention it this one time. And Local Geek will probably remember, and like 20 episodes from now go, are you guys ever going to do that whiskey thing? And we're like, oh yeah, we did mention that. So I just had to throw that out there. So Kidder, I have to tell you, my last weekend got to be a little interesting after the show went off the air. Yeah. So got done with the show, and I got upstairs, and my wife was still awake, which that's not normal, you know. Like, she's usually asleep by the time we start the show, maybe a little after. And she was having intense muscle spasms, but it was never releasing. It was pretty bad. So me and her had to call around, find somebody to come watch the kids, and then head down to the emergency room, where they were able to administer some painkillers, some muscle relaxants, get her settled. She's doing much better now. But I ended up, after the show, not going to bed until like 3 a.m.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And of course, I got kids that get up at like 7. So last weekend was a little bit rough for me. I was just glad, though, that she was able to drive. So I was just there to help her get in and out of the car and into the building, in case anybody who watched last week's or listened to last week's goes, oh my God, Howard, you had like 7 shots. What were you doing driving? I wasn't. I was there to basically be a crutch and to tell a lot of jokes that tried to make her feel better. So that was my excitement after that show. So luckily my mom actually came in from the ranch and was here, so the kids had somebody with them. So, but yeah, fun times. At least Lefty is on the mend. She's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So
good.
Yeah. But yeah, nothing like having done, 7 shots and you get up there and it's like, all I really should have done was gone to bed. And it's like, you need to, help me get to the emergency room. Well, okay, we got some issues. So always an adventure. This is why I say I'm the living embodiment of Charlie Brown. Stuff like this happens. I drink a bunch thinking I don't have to go anywhere. Get to go to bed. No. Not the case. Not the case. No.
Not quite to the same level, but on the way to Fargo to see Emissary Echo and Breaking Benjamin, right by Tower City. It takes that little right hand to the south, goes straight for a couple miles, and then takes a left again to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Just had done that, and saw a vehicle on the other side of the interstate, which was going, north/west. And it was parked. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. Getting closer. Another vehicle slowing down on the other side. A little bit closer. See a vehicle in the center median stuck in the cable barricade.
Ooh.
Windows all smashed out. Everything is all busted up. And I'm like, holy crap. And then all of a sudden there's a piece of metal in the road. And I didn't have anywhere to go because there's a vehicle beside me and the ditch/cable barriers right over there. So I drove over it. Didn't have anywhere else to go. So got a little scrape in the clear coat on the side of the car. So thankfully it was just that and not like a flat tire ripped up suspension, broken plastic, all of the other crazy things that could happen from driving, 80 miles per hour over a piece of metal. So thankful for that. Then on the way back, thought that there were drunk drivers by us, but they were just stupid people. So,
yeah. I was looking at my paint collection, Kidder. I don't think I have anything that is quite the same color as your car. So I'm sorry. I can't touch it up.
I can't touch this.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. What else has been going on in the world? Kidder, I got some bad news, some breaking news, but bad news. I saw a post tonight. It was either a little before 8 o'clock or a little after 8 o'clock. It sounds like the band Saul has broken up and is on hiatus. So I kind of did a little bit of investigation. It seems like there were some posts made on the official page that upset members of the band, and Miles and Will have now left the band. So it's a kind of a sad note to hear. It has not been a good year kind of for the Bed Souls with everything. So yeah. So I'm sure you saw that as well.
Yes. Wishing them the best. Also, the GoFundMe is out there for helping out with medical bills. So if you'd like to join in on that, check the show notes. We got the link for that. Very odd with an unknown medical illness. I mean, both of us are very familiar with that round of shenanigans of what's wrong? I don't know. Well, why is it doing what it's doing? I don't know. Why is your nervous system on fire? I don't know. Why and this is going back a few years to International Music Camp. My leg swelled up like twice the size that it was supposed to be. Did you sprain it? Twist it? Did you fall? Nope. No bug bites? Nope. Did you try anything that you haven't tried before? Nope. Are you allergic to anything? Nope. We don't know. All right. Let's wrap it nice.
I mean, it's always amazing to think about the fact that we are in 2024 and there are medical mysteries that we just still do not have an answer for. And I mean, not like, hey, we haven't figured out how to cure cancer, or other certain conditions. It's more of like things can happen to you and doctors can go, yeah, we've never seen this before. We don't know what's up. It's to me, that's the interesting part of the medical field. And that's about as deep into the medical field as I get. Just because the medical stuff makes me go, ugh, and then faint. And I have fallen out of the chair and through my chair enough times on this show that we don't need a repeat of that tonight. So
kind of funny.
I mean,
kind of funny.
It's always funny for everybody else. Can't say that that's great for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta say, this old fashioned is hitting the spot right now.
I'm enjoying this coffee brew. It's good. It's good.
You deserve that.
I do, and I know what's in my can koozie over here waiting for round 2, and I'm kind of like, that'll either be just as good and enjoyable, or it's gonna be like, and I shouldn't have touched that after a good beer. It'll be the Malort incident all over. Don't know if you remember this. I had a really good, solid. I know it was an IPA, so of course you wouldn't like it, but it was actually a really good one. And I had like 2 drinks of it, and then I had that shot of Malort, and then that just ruined that IPA for me. So, don't need a repeat of that situation. So, Kidder,
Yes.
I have to ask, because I didn't have any problems at my job today with Windows crashing. How was your world with the big Windows failure of today?
Didn't have any problems, thankfully. Knock on fake wood. Didn't have any. I got you. Right there. No problems. Nothing here on the set of the Triple B. Nothing at work. Very happy that uninterrupted. However, Delta, United, and several other places had some issues.
Yeah, I know from talking to my wife that the hospital she works at had problems, and she just kind of was like, I'm so glad I didn't work today or this weekend. So, yeah, it sounded like quite the mess, but no, my work was fine. It was, there were places that actually like closed and shut down over this. That was the interesting thing. Like, just scrolling a little bit through Facebook, as I usually do, trying to find out, interesting things to talk about. And like everybody's talking about, well, because this, they couldn't go into work, so I just stayed home. I'm like, lucky you. I work in the history field. If our computers don't work, we all just read books. So, fun times. Fun times.
Yeah, the planes, flights, airports, blue screen of death everywhere. I'm like, what is this, Windows 95 all over again? Right? Am I right? Like, I'm going to just open this Word file. Boop! Blue screen.
Hey, Y2K was just like 24 years behind.
Yeah. Some bugs it's like the slow game, It's not going to happen today or tomorrow. It just leaves you sitting there pondering, when will this happen? And when you forget about it, bam! It just knows where to strike. Takes you out. There it is.
Yeah, that's my theory. It's just Y2K is like, I'm not ready. You're all expecting me. I'm going to show up fashionably late 24 years from now.
Hey, maybe it's running on Internet Explorer. That's why it's late. Did you lose internet today?
I didn't. I
did not either, personally. But I run on different networks than the other state employees. And so that's why I was wondering.
Yeah. I mean, we had the worst that we had, and I was talking to one of our IT guys today. NDIT did a bit of a server merge or server update, and for some reason it reset all of our printer names to printers that were like we no longer have. Like the printer that my computer was now set up to recognize, or at least the name for it, is a printer that we got rid of a year ago. One of the old admin printers from like 6 years ago showed up. So our IT guy's like, yeah, so for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to come around and talk to everybody and hop on their computers and tell them, this is the printer you wish to talk to. Oh, like, oh boy. So, but yeah, I like our IT guys. We're lucky. We have a very good crew, and one of them, Ashton, he's a painter and hobbyist as well. Although he paints models, hopefully, so that one day he can play the games that they go with. Whereas I just kind of tend to paint, and yeah, maybe someday I'll play a game with them, but mostly I'm just a painter. But we had a very nice chat about painting, and he's new into it, so as he's said, he's been doing it for about a year now, where I'm like 12, 13 years in. So, you know, giving him some advice, some tips, tricks, sharing ideas, and which is good. And he's like, I feel bad. He goes, every time I come in here, like, I feel like we just talk about, you know, models and painting and all that. And I said, look, I don't have anybody else that I really talk to about this, because I am the only one in our friends group who has this hobby. So, no, I just mean like, you don't hobby like this. So, like, yes, I talk to you about it like I am right now, but I don't like get into the weeds about, you know, have you tried a zenithal, you know, done with dry brushing instead of spraying it with paint? You know, I don't get into those sort of weeds with you. You know,
No, I just spray it and done with it.
yeah. Kidder would be very much of the 3 colors up rule that was in Warhammer for the longest time, which was basically, there are a lot of tournaments that say you have to have a painted army. It has to have at least 3 colors. And so you have people who will base coat it, like they'll paint their Space Marine blue, and then they'll pick out, well, these details will be yellow, going to paint yellow, and red for the eyes. That's 3 colors, done. And I tend to be far more into the nuts and bolts and details of stuff, which is probably why it takes me longer to paint some things. But
The important thing is that you like it. Okay.
I do. I absolutely do. And you know, Kidder, I'll mention it. I know you and I just talked about it for like an hour beforehand, but for the listeners, just to fill them in, my family's going away to the family lake cabin, kind of getting this next week. And so I had this brilliant idea that I'm just going to do like this big marathon stream of painting stuff and put it out there. And then Kidder educated me on what it would take to do that. And I'm not going to be able to make that happen. So sorry, local geek. I know when we mentioned it, you were like, I do tune in and watch that. Not going to happen. But having talked with Kidder, look for in the future. In the future, we're going to bring back Howard's Cave of Wonder and try and stream it. Kidder's got me thinking of ideas and what I need to do to pull it off. So,
In the year 2000.
25. Yeah. So if you missed Howard's Cave of Wonder, it'll be back in a different format, because trying to edit this show and that is just gotten to be too much. Plus, getting set up and getting shots of, you know, the projects was going to be a lot too. So it's going to come back, just in a different format. And that's okay. Just okay. It'll be fun. But watch for it. It'll return.
As Booker T would say, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the T. Booker
Yeah.
T. Yeah.
Ah.
Logan Paul, LA Knight. Yeah. United States Championship match set for SummerSlam. 2
Yeah.
weeks.
2 weeks?
And you know what that means? I'll be in Vegas.
You're in Vegas, is what I was going to say.
So, SummerSlam. Nah, not my problem.
I
You're gonna have to stream that one live. I'll just turn this shit on from down in Vegas and just start it up. You can do what you need to do. Maybe that's what we need to do to stream. I'll get it going. You join this. I'll just put this over here and do the thing. It's just there. Huh?
Could work. It could work.
That's way easier. Set up another computer. There's like a distant banjo echoing from down the block of how ghetto it is. Right?
Hey, I was going to ask, did you see the thumbnail for the episode that came out this week?
Yeah.
Because I was really happy with that one.
That was good. Yeah. Got the Money in the Bank logo looking nice.
You know what? That's AI generated.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's actually 2 AI images together, because I my prompt that I put in was, 1960s spy logo for the WWE pay-per-view Money in the Bank. And it gave me two that were really good. The one had the bottom logo, which is part of that, but the other one had the guy that kind of looked like John Cena with the glasses. The problem, and I even liked the bottom part of that logo, but being AI, it sometimes doesn't do well with words, so it put money the bank instead of money in the bank. And I'm like, I could try and figure out how to fix that, but instead I just combined the two and just put a nice little bit of film noise on the background of it to make it just look kind of gamey. I really like it. It's if I didn't think that the WWE would come after us, Kidder, like that is just such a nice little design. That would be something we should put on a shirt. But the WWE lawyers would find us very quickly and we'd get a cease and desist.
The only plus is that nobody would buy the shirt. So we wouldn't lose any money. That's so depressing. That sucks. Like, why?
We'd have to just find a way to get it out there to like the wrestling crowds. Like you'd have to probably post on Facebook and some of the wrestling forums to, like, hey, come buy our shirt. But no, I was really happy with that one. That one was pretty cool. One of these days, Kidder, I have saved some of the better thumbnails in kind of larger scale images without necessarily all the text and logos on it, with just a little thing down at the bottom that says, Beer, Blues, and BS episode, like in this case, 169, blaming it all on Money in the Bank, just down at the bottom. But then it's just the graphic. And one of these days when I have time, which who knows when that'll be,
Sunday.
apparently, I need to go into our website and I want to just put all of these up there so that, hey, maybe you want a background for your desktop. You could use one of our thumbnails if there's one that you liked. And it's mostly the ones that I think have been cool and are some of my favorites. But if anybody ever has a request, let me know. So, Kidder, if you ever see one and you're like, I want that, let me know. I'll send it to you. So, yeah. Future projects. Maybe if this show ever gets big enough, we'll,
We need an assistant, and not like the assistant or the other assistant. Not that assistant. I mean, he's helpful and quite handsome. Maybe we need more of that. People would watch the show.
It's hard to say. Hard to say what brings people in. Sometimes I think we got a finger on the pulse, and then it's like, nope. The next week, it's like, no, that didn't work. So, Kidder, I sent you a video this past weekend because I caught the murder bird in the act. I was helping my wife clean up in the kitchen, and I just happened to walk by our kitchen window and look out, and there on my lawn was a pile of feathers and the murder bird sitting there eating a late dinner. Looked up at me. It's like, oh, wait, hi. I cannot tell you this. We have more information on the murder bird than we ever had. The murder bird is apparently a Cooper's hawk. So if you ever wondered,
we've been doing some counter espionage.
Well, I used an app to identify what type of hawk he was, but yeah, apparently he's a Cooper's hawk. So we know he did a fairly good job. He left a little bit of evidence. There's still some feathers on my lawn, but he ate the majority of it. So, and hey, if you're like, when can I see that? Hey, maybe tune in on Saturday to our Facebook page or back here on YouTube. There may be a little shorter reel of the murder bird in action. So There you go. A tease. And a reason why. You should follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And make sure you're subscribed on YouTube so you don't miss these moments. Carry on.
Yes.
I'm saying.
Thanks, Howard. Subscribe. Smash that sub button. Hit the thumbs up. Like this, please. If you're watching this, hit the thumbs up. Like, please. Smash the like. Share it. Put it on your Facebook page. Put it on your TikTok. Put it on your Insta. Help us get to some more freaking people.
I really said carry on because every time I've looked over, Kidder, you are looking down intensely, like you're studying something or
sort of. I can tell you, but I'd have to charge or kill you, and I don't want to do that. I mean, the kill you part. Charge you, maybe, right? Like I could use $20. $20 is $20, right?
I'll pay you in IPAs.
No. For every IPA, that is a negative $2 that you owe me.
So wait, if I give you IPAs, doesn't that then like
no? You owe me an extra $2.
Ah, okay. So it'd be plus. Okay, got it.
Plus or minus about $3.50. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And now I need to write down somewhere, for next week, welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that math, or something along those lines.
Just cut this and put it at the beginning of next week. It's much easier than remembering because neither of us will remember this next week.
I have posted.
Whoa. That is too high price technology for this show. Where did you get the budget for that?
If
you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah, but now watch me put that post-it note up there and completely forget that I have it. Because we're a professional operation here at the Triple B.
Yep.
Cheers.
This is good. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, Howard, but I'm getting down there.
I'm trying to keep up. I'm like, I haven't seen you take a drink, but I know you. I know that alcohol is just constantly going down. If there's a clock, I gotta keep up. So I'm at least in a a decent, or not having to chug too much when we get to everybody's second favorite segment of the show, Plus on Tap Round 2.
The benefit for you is that what's left in the jug is not a full glass.
Well, that's good to know. But I'm almost there. There's maybe a fifth of a can left. So
again, how are you feeling now that you're almost to the bottom of that Alaskan?
I'm enjoying it, but like most dark beers, if they stick around too long, they start to warm up and get a little.
Bleh.
Yeah, and I'm nearing that point with it, so I'm trying to finish it.
Would you like a koozie that's conveniently kept in the fridge?
I mean, I have a koozie. It's just holding my next drink, which I am obscuring with my hand. That's right. This is my drink your paint water koozie. Don't actually drink your paint water. That's a terrible idea.
We need to get you a Triple B fridge. Like a mini fridge.
Back when I was thinking about doing that marathon stream, I actually was thinking of bringing a cooler down here so I had drinks at the ready. But, at some point, we probably will add a fridge down here. We already have a microwave. One day, here in the cave, because the gentleman who used to own this had a pool table down here. I actually have this lovely set of lights in the middle of the room. It'll be just perfect for a game table. Get some chairs. We got a space for snacks, microwave so you can heat something up, the fridge so we can have cold drinks. This is going to be a cool spot once I get the time to finish putting the love into it.
Well, I am on the thing that is the same name as a river. looking for a mini fridge for you to see if there are any post deals that rhyme with Logan Paul's drink.
Mm. I saw a lot of videos related to that. And
Logan Paul?
no, the website named after a river that has.
How about this one?
I mean, that looks classy.
It's a Frigidaire, even. And look at this. You can choose colors: blue, black, mint, pink, red, or white. $36.
It's not bad. Not bad. I'll have to talk to
The features for it. Hold on. Wow, it even has shakers in the fridge. Look at this, Howard. Shakers in the fridge. It was made for us.
But it doesn't look like a big fridge, man.
It's a mini fridge.
Well, I know, but it looks like a mini fridge.
Cools up to 20 degrees below ambient room temperature.
As I said, we'll see.
Cans or 4 liters.
That's I'd want something slightly bigger.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I have a mint Frigidaire with a freezer and a fridge. Look at that. You get a top and a bottom. It's only $220.
Yeah, that's a bit pricey. I was gonna say with the Logan Paul drink themed days.
Anyway. Should we
Anyway.
say it? Maybe it's going to drive more traffic to the algorithm.
I probably, because I was going to say it anyway in the notes. With Prime Days, I've seen a lot of videos where people have gone on and shown that a lot of the items that were on sale for Prime Days actually are now back to regular prices and are cheaper. And what apparently has happened is a lot of companies about a month before Prime Days raise their prices so that they can have these Prime Day discounts but still make more money than what they would normally be. So I saw quite a few of those videos.
Black Friday, different stores shopping were accused of that as well. And I try and keep track of things. So if I'm looking for a movie back when, physical media was a big thing, those absolutely a deal. $3 DVD, $5 Blu-ray, $8 4K deal.
Yeah.
Done. Players and monitors and computers and things, hesitant about that. I would watch, track, study deals. I mean, Howard, we've been Black Friday shopping together several times.
Reluctantly, yes.
You loved every freaking minute of it. Don't you lie to these people. You loved every minute of it, even the 8 a.m. sushi.
I mean, listen, it was fun because it was like you and Brother Nico, and like the company was the fun part. The crowds and throngs of people and not being able to walk down a damn aisle without
stumbling over people or pushing them out of your way.
That part I didn't care for.
I get it. Reason I say that sort of stuff is just like what you're saying. The movies typically they would be on sale. They're going to be very cheap for the media because they're trying to offload the physical supply because they're overstocked. They can't get rid of them. And I would buy a few of them. Clearly. Happy to have them because guess what? Now in the days of streaming, they're going to be on streaming forever. Now, they switch from this service to this service to that service. You don't have this service. They're over there now. You want to watch it. You can't watch it. Well, guess what? I can watch it whenever I want, as long as I have it on the wall with my 1,000 whatever movies that I have. But again, the deals, we would look at different things from 4K players, monitors, TVs, computers, video games. That was a great example. Video games.
Mhm.
$39.99 on sale, and then 2 weeks later, $20. Like, do I really want this? Yes, no, I can wait. 2 weeks later, bam, $20. Pick it up. What were some of the other? I mean, like microphones and cameras. Those would be along the same lines where they would bump the price, and then, oh, this is $329. Okay, it's $10 off of what it was 6 months ago. It's not really a deal.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that too often because stuff like, so my camera here, a Logitech, hashtag Logi. This thing retails for $400. Not anymore. I didn't buy it for $400. Thank you very much for watching sales. But, you know, microphones, boom arms, all of this stuff. You just got to kind of pay attention. As long as you don't need it tomorrow and you can wait, you could probably get a good deal on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, you know, I did pick up some stuff during Prime Days, but it was all like board games. And it was stuff where, like, again, because I've watched the price, it's like, I know what this normally costs. So sure, I will take this, you know, expansion for $20 instead of the 40 it normally is. I'll take that. Board games don't usually go on sale. So it, yeah, you kind of have to watch and look at things. So I have some things coming, but it'll be good. It'll be good.
I also have some things on the way.
Yeah. The missus and I actually made a very big purchase on Monday. Yeah. We decided that we were not going to purchase for each other, you know, a Father's Day gift, a Mother's Day gift, or an anniversary gift. We instead saved up that money along with some other funds, some other gift funds. But we bought a couch for our bedroom. We have a fairly large master bedroom. And after Junior had his tonsils out and we had to basically have an air mattress in our room so we could keep an eye on him, we had this idea of, you know what, we have the room for it. Let's get a small couch that we can put in here. Gives us a place to lounge in the evenings. My wife likes to sit and read. I like to sit and read. Gives us a spot to lounge. But at the same time, if we have a kid who gets up in the middle of the night or is sick or that, we have a place where hey, you can sleep on the couch. You don't have to crawl into bed with us. You can be in the room. So unfortunately, we spent a little bit more to get it customized to what we wanted. And it won't be here until like end of September. So.
What is it, plated in gold? What the frick?
No, it's not. But that's
supply chain issue.
That's just how far out they are with their orders. Like there's that many ahead of us at the factory. That's when we're able to get it. So, but looking forward to it. It's a very comfortable couch. And my kids did fairly well furniture shopping. And boy, furniture shopping with little kids could easily go wrong. My kids, they did very well, but being in a place with, you know, hundreds of chairs and couches that you could sit in and climb on and all of that, oof, they were excited. It was fun. I did see something, Kidder, that, and I don't even know that I have a great picture of it that I could send you. But we saw in the couple of stores that we looked at, there are now these like incredibly kind of big fluffy couches that are just like almost like a bed. They're crazy. I don't know how many people would have actual space for something along these lines. Kidder, prepare to receive a text for our fans and those watching on the YouTube feed. Don't worry. It will, you'll be able to see it when Future Howard puts it up there. Yeah, take a look at this, Kidder. I don't think this would fit in your living room.
Oh, it's one of those fat couches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those, and I'm like, but why? Well, you can lounge, you can lay. I'm like, I get it, but I want to be comfortable while I'm sitting, not like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I have a bed for that.
Yeah, well, and for like us, our parents are getting to that point where, you know, they're not as mobile. They're not as could you imagine if they came over and it's like, well, yeah, have a seat. You know, they have to like crawl to get to the backrest on it. These things are ridiculous. Wow. We looked at a couple of those. My son even was like, I like this one. And we're like, nope. But he liked it because it was fuzzy, you know. That's the truth.
Well, I'm sure it was comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but yeah, I don't know how those would fit in most living rooms. You'd have to have a pretty big space for them. So we saw that. Kidder, I'm out. Are you out?
Well,
you got that.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, the teeny sliver of a drink.
Check this out. It's magic.
He's gone.
You know what's magic?
What?
Very unfortunate. The Mirage in Las Vegas is closed.
I had heard that it was closing.
Yeah. It's being transformed into a Hard Rock casino property. So for me, it's very sad because when I was little, so this property is 34 years old. One of the first mega casinos on the Strip. And my favorite thing growing up was to go watch the volcano explode on the Mirage property. There's a waterfall. The volcano would explode all over the place. There's fire shooting out of the post. There's fire shooting out of her ass. There's fire shooting out of everywhere. It was crazy. And then over the years, they had to dial it back because of cost. I get it. But now the volcano had its final eruption. It's done. Very sad. So I'm sad. It was like a tropic resort in the middle of Vegas. They had an arboretum of sorts, the big dome. It was like being in the tropics. I've been to Hawaii before. It was like being in Hawaii. It was beautiful. An oasis. It's in the middle of a desert. And now they're gone. I mean, it's not gone. Still there, but they literally took the sign down already. They covered it up. And they're making it the Hard Rock. Like the Hard Rock, I like the Rock. You know, I like Hard Rock, but it's just sad. I never stayed in the Mirage. Wait, no, we didn't. We did not stay in the Mirage. We've been through the Mirage plenty of times. Did not stay in there. We stayed in Treasure Island at one point in its original form. When they had the huge show, the 2 pirate ships, they like blew shit up and it was crazy. Now it is not like that. And it's, I think, still TI instead of Treasure Island. But we stayed at the Monte Carlo, which is a little bit down and still classy. Same sort of way.
Yeah.
Bally's is also not Bally's. Did you know this?
No.
I don't know if I'm telling you things that you already know. So
listen, I don't follow Vegas quite as much as you follow Vegas, my good sir.
It's just because I go there enough. It feels like my second hometown. And my third hometown's now Des Moines. I've been to Des Moines enough where it's like my third hometown. I feel like buying a home there.
I mean, you could.
I could.
You know?
I need to retire or win the lottery.
Yeah.
That'd probably be easier because I'd have a lot more money if I won the lottery than if I retired. Because my retirement's gonna suck. Anyway, yeah, Vegas, love it. So it was Bally's, and now it's the Horseshoe. The frick is it called? But it has the World Series of Poker. It moved from the Rio, which used to be Caesar's property, now part of the Hilton family, but their own property, and completely renovated. You are going to love everything that I share in 2 weeks because the Rio is completely redone. Millions of dollars inside and out to completely renovate. The rooms, the pool, the exterior of the building, everything's been cleaned and built up brand new. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited to see the Rio actually like it was when I remember it opening like 30 years ago. So excited. So excited. But yeah, let me see if I can find whatever the crap that place is called. So we stayed there for the convention 2 years ago, and it was still Bally's. But they were literally getting ready to take the name off the building when we were there. And then last year when we were there, it was a different name.
While you're looking that up, Kidder, I am going to jump to everybody's second favorite segment of the show. That is What's on Tap? Round 2. Drink. Kidder, it looks like you're going back on the rocks.
Is that okay? Is that fine? I mean, there's this much left. Is that all right?
I mean, hey, we never said that you couldn't repeat a drink on here. We have just always chosen to not repeat and have different things between segments. But man, you go for it. You finish that.
Like no repeat weekends, no repeat this, no repeat that. I'm huge on having a unique, original experience no matter what it is. I love that. So that's me. But I also wanted to get this out of my fridge because it's another bottle.
Yeah. No, I think you're fine. I mean, the only person who could probably give you grief is the local geek, and he might just, Did
he see my first pour? How can he give me grief for that?
I mean, he shouldn't. He really shouldn't. So, while you're pouring that, Kidder, I have something that I'm
the last drop.
Yep, I have something that I'm sure you would not enjoy, but hey, if it's good, you might get one. This is from the Shells Brewery, the August Shell Brewing Company out of New Ulm, Minnesota. But it is their Fresh Prince Cold IPA.
What? Why did they spell it like that?
Well, because they couldn't say Prince. And truthfully, I think they could have gotten away with like fresh pints. But
yes, that would have been much better and made more sense.
That would have been the better pun. But yeah, Fresh Prince. It's Stay Fresh. It says on here 6.5% alcohol.
Woo!
Yeah.
We need to apparently work for them because they can't come up with an original.
Hey, are you a brewing company out there that wants a nice pun for a name of a brew? You can contact us here at the Triple B. We're pretty great at puns. If you've watched the show long enough, you'll know. You'll have seen it. We do it all the time.
Pretty good, great, yes.
Yeah.
What's it smell like?
I mean, it smells like hops. It smells like hops. Let's give it a taste. That is not a great IPA.
It's really not a great IPA anyway. So
I mean, It's oh, okay. I know that there are probably technical terms to describe this, but
Pine and garbage.
no, you get the IPA. There are IPAs that are a little bit more drier. They're bitter. They have a bit more of the hops, and then you have kind of the juicy or the hazy IPAs that are a little bit wetter, and that's
Moist.
this. Yeah, it's like here's a little bit of hops, but then there's like moist mouth feel that
Yes, Paul Kelly, in the mouthfeel.
yeah, and that's the part I don't like. Like, oh, sorry, folks, this will not be featured in IPA Appreciation Month because I can't appreciate it. Much like Kidder is appreciating the fact that he has emptied that bottle.
Just wanted to show it for proof that there was nothing left.
So
I got as many drops out of it as I could.
yeah. So Kidder, I think the best part of this beer was your laugh at its stupid name, and I'll take it.
Thanks. Out of 5.
2.
That high?
Well, you have to remember.
Are you high?
You have to remember. I tend to score things higher than you do.
You also had one beer leading up to this, so I'm guessing that's with the equated rating, probably a 1.3.
I mean, that's probably closer to correct, but yeah, I went with a quick fire answer. That's
all right. Well, we were talking about Bally's Aegon. It has been reimagined and renovated, but excluded the hotel rooms. So that's, I mean, the rooms weren't terrible when we were there. The only thing that I was pissed about is that somebody stole my
I don't know that I've ever heard this story.
my con badge off my uniform disappeared from stuck on my lapel, I guess you could say, on my uniform, a Roddenberry original, very stuck, disappeared. Hotel security claimed that they checked the room and wasn't there. Somebody got a comm badge like the one that's now on my shelf back there next to the batleth. And the other ones are the 3D printed, still accurate, but not that version. Also pissed at Bally's for no reason of their own, but I lost a pip of an Anovos, which you can't get anymore, and I tried finding it, including the ones that look exactly like it, but it's the opposite polarization, and so they don't actually stick. Of the pips for your rank. Sorry, over here. Right side. I.e. these.
Yes.
Now, these are made by Fansets, and these are pins, not magnetic. So they have the safe pin on the back. Doesn't work as well when you're wearing a uniform. And this was the nice package that I got. Again, the Captain Rank pips from Anovos. And Anovos, as we've talked about, is, one of the things. But there it is. The 3 of them got demoted. And I wish I could have found that one. But they're super tiny. I mean, you see the size of my fingernail, right? Like, yeah. They're tiny. The carpet pattern was not good. I looked everywhere as best I could. It flew off at some point. No idea where it went. And I have 3 in this, and they're going to stay in here for eternity.
Or if you just want to, cosplay a lesser rank.
Well, I can do that with another one that I have, not with that one.
Okay.
That one's supposed to be the captain.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you could do. You know, if you ever want to cosplay as like the Big D of Star Trek.
Never getting captain. Always inferior.
One of these days
Yeah.
he will maybe catch up on this and he's just going to be like, what the hell?
No, he's never going to see this.
No.
He doesn't watch this show.
He doesn't. He also never calls, never writes.
Yeah, never. But if you want to support the Big D Business Center, we have pint glasses and shower curtains and shirts and all kinds of stuff.
Don't you mean Prince glasses? Also, I found this while I was cleaning Gitter. It's the "Forgive Me, Kidder" sign.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
Also has the "Mow Me, Kidder" sign that I used to have on the little Stonehenge miniature I have here. Used to be in the background of the shot was Stonehenge with a little sign that said "Mow Me, Kidder."
Do I need to fire up Lawnmower Simulator?
Well, that was kind of what brought up. There's a chunk of the henge. Should work on that. That'd be a fun project to get done. Wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
I think I have all the mold lines actually already scraped off of it. The only real issue that I have with it is just some of it is a little warped. So if you can kind of see, it's going to be a little. You can see how the base is kind of a little U-shaped. So all I really need to do is heat it up. So you put it in boiling water for a couple of seconds, and then you take it out, flatten it, and put it into then like a bowl of ice water, and it will cause the plastic to reset, and it will hold its shape. There you go.
I was just going to say, put it underground, and then it'll all be leveled just like the real Stonehenge.
Yeah. At least it won't have vandalism on it. Yeah.
But will you have UFOs? No, not those are not UFOs. Those are identifiable flying objects.
I was hoping my camera wouldn't actually focus and it would just be blurry, but
Those are, in fact, here's one for you. They're identifiable and inferior flying objects. Bam. IFOs.
here goes a UFO for you, Kidder.
That's your problem. It's your house.
I know. I gotta go with it. Well, luckily, it didn't go that far. I was just gonna see if you could identify it as it flew through the air with the greatest of ease. Kidder, we were talking about things that are ending, with the Bally's ending, the Mirage ending.
Yeah.
I think we got to talk about a franchise that is ending after 2 seasons. You sent me this news,
Yeah.
but it sounds like no more Halo.
No. I I almost don't know how to feel about it. Because the first season was so angsty that it ruined the second season. Like I swear they canceled the third season before the second season even aired. I would imagine. The second season, bam, action. This is Halo. This is how the universe goes. This is it. And, well, we don't get to finish the story, finish the fight. Not happening. Got to go play the video games for that. Very disappointed because there's so much potential. So much potential to tell everything in the Halo universe. Again, the show should have been many more episodes. It should have been longer episodes. It should have been longer seasons. It should be many more seasons. But yeah, not so much.
Yeah, and and it's sad. It's amazing how some of these things, like really, a Halo TV series or a live action series should be easy. Like, it sold millions upon millions of copies. It has a fan base,
20th anniversary for Halo 3 now? Almost? No, Halo 2.
Yeah. It should be easy. You don't have to, it doesn't require, huge amounts of writing or, you have kind of a plot and outline. And the sad thing is I think you get these people in who they don't know the series. They don't know the content. They don't know the lore of the stories. And they try to put all these things in it because you got to have this stuff to be Hollywood. And it's like, you can hit people and get people with nostalgia in ways that would just easily make it work. I saw a great interview with the novelist Brandon Sanderson. He was talking about Star Wars, and he said, he's talking about the sequels that have come out. And he goes, one of the things he said is the thing that I hate the most about it is they destroyed my hero. It's like I grew up on the original Star Wars. Luke Skywalker was my hero. And the way that he's treated in the movie, the sequels, is disappointing and sad. And it destroyed my hero. And what should have just been a really easy nostalgia pop falls flat. And that's I think the thing that, in the whole sense of we got to make these things some sort of angsty, drama-filled, having a message, that people are forgetting, there's a reason people fell in love with this stuff to begin with. And you don't have to overdo it. You don't have to overthink it.
Now, I know you're not asking me, but I'll tell you why I feel that also failed is because you have assholes, producers, directors, executive producers, anywhere along the way who go, I need to put my spin on the Halo universe, on the Star Trek universe, on the Star Wars universe. I feel I need to change this. No, you prick. Leave it alone. Do the right thing. Make what the people want to see, and you're going to get a bunch more of it. Unless the people in charge cut things like, again, Star Trek Lower Decks. This will be the upcoming last season. Phenomenal show. Nominated for Emmys. Well, we got to get rid of it. Really? It's freaking animated. It's not that expensive. It's cheaper than NCIS. We can make more seasons of that.
Not only can we make more seasons, we can make more spin-offs. Because they're doing like NCIS, what is it? Hawaii.
That one's canceled. They canceled it because too much money. But they have a spin-off of two of the agents from NCIS.
Yep. Tony and Ziva. Yep. NCIS, Tony and Ziva. They're also doing an NCIS Origins. So they have like a guy playing a young Jethro Gibbs.
Yes.
And
why?
Well, because they're trying to like milk the cow of the glory days of NCIS.
But keep it going. Glory days. That's what it is. I want to see what's his name as Gibbs. I want to see him. I don't want to see some other jamoke playing him.
Right. You want to see Mark Harmon as Gibbs.
Yes, Mark Harmon. Thank you. I'm not an NCIS original fan. I was NCIS New Orleans fan because Scott Bakula was on the show, who played in Star Trek.
Yeah. My wife and I, we've watched the first 15 episodes or seasons of NCIS. It's kind of our favorite like background show, or our like
the background show where you don't have to actually pay attention.
Right. Well, it's okay. It's not, it's not anything that we feel like, oh my gosh, I have to watch to every detail. We just saw Netflix just put on some of the newer seasons. So like season 16 is finally on there. We started watching that the other night, and it was just like, ooh, it was a bad episode for like, it was a season premiere, but it was just like, ugh. There were some storytelling errors that were just like too much coincidence, you know. There's a whole scene where the director of the plot of it, okay, and it's as I said, season 16. So hey, spoilers, but it's been out for quite a while. The director of NCIS gets kidnapped at the end of season 15. Season 16, they're trying to find him, and the director, who is being held by these terrorists, he doesn't do everything they say, so they try to kill his daughter. They have this whole like thing where she's attacked, and even though the assassin shoots her escort from like 100 yards away, he can't seem to hit her
from the other rooftop, right?
Not quite like from a rooftop, but
And like they were on a rooftop.
no, this is,
And she dies. Which one is that?
that's like back in like season 2 or 3.
Oh, that was the first episode I ever saw. I'm like, well, I'm done with this series. I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody died. Why do I want to watch this series? The main character, they're dead.
You know what though? That one plays out really pretty well. Like they handled that actually amazingly well. I won't give spoilers to that, but yeah. Anyway, but no, but anyway, there's like this whole like evil like stormtrooper who can't hit anybody, like like it's just this terrible little scene. And then right at the end, when the assassin's about to get her, out of nowhere, here comes Gibbs and shoots him. And it's like, why are you even here? You know, it was just kind of this Deus Ex Machina, like, we must make Gibbs the hero. It's almost like they turned the writing over to like Vince McMahon. And it was a Hogan must pose. It's like Gibbs must be the savior. So he's just going to appear out of nowhere. That's my take. So we'll see how much my wife makes me watch the rest of this, but we'll probably have it on.
Have you watched NCIS New Orleans?
I have seen the crossover stuff, but I haven't watched a lot of that series. No.
Gotcha. I like the early days. Again, the first 2-3 seasons were really good. And then the executives got involved. We need to spice this up. And then it got all weird and went downhill with a lot of the extra stuff that got added in. Not a fan. I mean, it was okay. I loved supporting it, watching it. In fact, the medical examiner, CC Pounder, is that what her name is? She was on an old sci-fi series I loved to watch, if you remember that, with finding mysterious artifacts. Based in South Dakota.
Yep. Warehouse 13? Yeah.
Yep. Love that series. Nope, we got to get rid of that too.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like I don't know that I could ever work in TV. I don't get their logic.
It sucks. Because, hey, we have a great series. This is a great idea. Well, it doesn't have 12 million people watching, and it has a $2 million budget. We better axe it and get this $4 million budget show on the air because it's the new thing.
Yeah.
But we can make ice twisters.
Good old ice twisters.
Or nuclear twister.
Atomic twister.
Atomic twister, whatever. It's the same stupid thing.
Desert twister. Jungle twister. Alpine twister.
Titty twister.
That's on a different channel. Or at least they air it after midnight.
Oh, is it like BET or what?
I don't know.
MTV?
I don't know. I'm just
Cinemax.
Don't
Right.
Yeah.
There's a tornado coming. It could be our last minutes on Earth. We better make the best of it. Bam, 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 bam. Woo!
This is
something else in that. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. Who knew that we'd get to that part of this conversation?
Is that a shelf cloud in your pants, or are you happy to see me? Got some scud happening here. Definitely a cumulonimbus.
Oh, yeah. You can tell it only took us 171 episodes to get to the porno version of a tornado disaster movie with weather puns. Yep.
Too bad it was 169, because that would have been nice.
Yes, but you know what? We, as the professionals that we are, we didn't realize that.
We go by our own schedule. You can't tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Go off script.
I mean, that would have been the easy joke to hit it at 169. We made you wait for it. Yeah. Anyway. Well, Kidder, we've been talking for
time.
It is on that new high or new low, depending on
How high you are?
I was just gonna say on how you're reading the model. We've been talking for quite a while. It's probably time that we wrap this show up, and to do that, here's some plugs, because we do.
Well, I am also tired. So thanks for making it this far in the episode. Like, share, subscribe. That's the easy thing. Our website, beerbluesbs.com. Visit it. Buy some stuff. Thank you. Also on YouTube. Great place to watch this show. We're also Facebook and Instagram, so please like us and share us and be part of the show there. Audio versions on all of the audio podcast versions, so please like and share everywhere, because sharing is caring, and that would be awesome. Also, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Again, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. You can help us donate to the show, buy a pint glass, buy a shirt, anything helps. Couple bucks helps us keep going, keep creating content. That's what we do. Again, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. So please help us out there and get in on the Triple B action, as it were. Got some fuzz. Something. Making my nose itch. Ridiculous. And it won't go away. It's like, what did you do?
I mean, nothing. I don't have a voodoo doll. Nothing. Yeah. Kidder's taking care of some stuff, and if I wasn't too
Very
busy,
suspicious.
I mean, I was trying to think of what I was going to say for a final thought, and I was thinking about it so hard, I didn't even listen to where you were with the plug, so it's not like I could even.
I'm done.
Oh, okay, great.
Moving on
to final thoughts, and hey, and all that hard thinking I did not come up with anything except for Kidder. I think I have to change my score on this. I think you're right. It's about a 1.3.
You're welcome.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I got there. Like, as this continues to warm up, yeah, 1.3 sounds about right.
I mean, truthfully, we should pull it down about 0.5% just because of the name.
I mean, listen, I could see that. Also, why are there footprints on it? Like it's got this like cold IPA thing there, and I don't know if you can see, but then there's like footprints behind the cold IPA. It's weird.
That is you walking to the bathroom.
Now we know. Now we've learned something.
Bigfoot.
I mean, I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Because they're prints. Footprints.
Ah.
That's just terrible.
There we go.
That's a worse pun than we've ever made on this show.
I mean, yes. Yes, it is. And we should probably then get out of here before we make worse.
Yeah. All right. Well, Howard Blues gave his final thoughts. My final thought is that there's free beer tomorrow. Keep your glass at least half full. And we will see you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, unless you're that far behind, and then you could skip an episode and then come back. It's up to you. Please. And thank you. Have a great day, week, month, all of the above, and we will see you on the next episode. Yes, you, Howard Blues. You on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Almost live, Las Vegas, Nevada. Get you on down to Sin City, Tucson Highway.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
Yeah, because there's nothing in there that was going to be behind the curtain material, so I'm going to just be really annoyed when I get to edit it, and I'm like, oh, there's like 30 minutes of conversation that's like not usable. I'm just going to
Sure.
just ignore it. So that'll be one for the books. But yeah. You going to be around Sunday?
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing because it's Samantha's birthday.
Okay, but like you might be around like Sunday morning, kind of late morning, early afternoon, possibly.
Plausible. I might still be alive, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm asking because one of the things I'm doing Sunday morning after the family gets on the road is I am going to go out and actually, you know what? I'm seeing you. Was it Tuesday night?
Yes.
Never mind. I was going to say, I'm going to go out and pick up all of the IPAs for IPA Appreciation Month.
Oh.
And
I won't be around.
I was going to deliver them. I was also going to start with like Local Geek because I know he's got some brews for us. So I was going to like go to his place, pick that up, deliver that to you along with the IPAs when I see you on Tuesday night.
I might be able to make it to Mandan at some point, but what time are you going to be possibly coming by?
Well, I'm saying if we're getting together Tuesday night for...
I might be dead.
Listen, I'm around, like Sunday. I think the family's leaving at like 9:00. I'm around, man.
That probably doesn't work for me.
I'm just saying though, if you need like a rescue,
Oh no. Anytime that there's an IPA involved, I'm good.
Oh no, I was talking more about if you were going to be dead, if you need a rescue, but Listen, it is IPA Appreciation Month. It's coming up.
Not with an IPA. No, just
Yeah.
I would rather die. I know it's an awfully final thing, but no pine trees.
Hey, I'm not going to lie, Kidder. I've actually gotten a slew of emails about IPA Appreciation Month.
Yeah, a slew, like
Yeah.
pine and nastiness from stale aquatic water. An actual slew.
Yeah, I mean, look, for a show that's never really gotten feedback, getting 4 or 5 emails that are all like, all for IPA Appreciation Month. It's like, what the hell? People are jived about it, man.
Why are you sending yourself emails?
I'm not. It actually isn't from me. I knew you were going to accuse them of coming from me. Okay. But it's not
Why
me.
is Local Geek sending you all of these emails?
Because I think he wants us to do IPA Appreciation Month, and kudos. They're all from Local Geek.
Yeah. My first suspect right there. Second suspect, not here. He'll have his day in court.